you feel alive watching video? The Feel Alive personality himself. The man who's steering the wheel of this giant network that entertains millions of viewers across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CEO of Sony Pictures Networks India, Mr. N.P. Singh.
Likewise.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise, thank you, sir.
Good evening. Namaskar. After that fantastic performance, do we feel alive? Do we? Okay. Thank you for being here this evening for the launch of Sony BBC Earth. And thank you all for always being such a big support to the network. Sony Pictures Networks now has a lineage of 22 years, and in these 22 years, we've launched many successful, strong, popular brands, bases, deep consumer insights. Today, we have a presence, and a strong one, in almost all the major genres in the market, whether it's Hindi general entertainment, Hindi movies, English general entertainment, English movies, music, Bangla language, and of course, a very strong presence now in sports as well. Last few years, we've been expanding in the genres that we already operate in. We've always been looking at opportunities of growth outside the genres that we've been operating in. And that's why factual entertainment. And when you think factual entertainment, the first name that comes to mind is BBC Worldwide. BBC Worldwide produced the best and most of the factual entertainment content that is produced globally. It's a privilege to have them as our joint venture partners. We complement each other beautifully, and you will see that come alive on Sony BBC Earth when we launch it on 6th of March in 4 languages, Hindi, English, Tamil and Telugu, in standard definition and high definition as well. So I'm sure on 6th of March when you see the channel, if not today, you will feel alive then, and so will our viewers. Thank you again for being here. We would like to showcase an AV for you.
We present
global markets, BBC Worldwide, to talk about BBC's heritage and their perspective on this partnership. Welcome, Paul. Paul is not just a partner, he's also a dear friend.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. This is the golden handshake photograph of 2 giant networks coming together. Truly epic. Louder, it's a feel alive situation.
Thank you.
I'd request Mr. Paul Dempsey, President Global Markets for BBC Worldwide, to please say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I certainly feel alive seeing those 2 great world-class brands next to each other. It's another step in the relationship that we enjoy together, MP, here. What started a few years ago when you were a great supporter of our production activities, extended into being the home of some of our biggest programs, now comes to a biggest stage of all, which is a joint venture and one of our biggest and best loved brands. I feel alive also because it's a very proud moment for me to be here as part of the long and deep relationship that the BBC has enjoyed here in India. The BBC goes back to even before video here. We've been here since the 1930s with the World Service still operating strongly. And in the last couple of years, we've enjoyed unparalleled levels of success here, both commercially, critically, and most importantly of all, in terms of building fan bases for our shows with audiences. Some of the biggest shows we have in the world now are loved by fans here as much as they are anywhere. Doctor Who and Sherlock. Fans in the room, thank you. Top Gear, of course, comes back to BBC screens this very weekend. So great heritage there. So the fans in India love those shows as much as fans anywhere in the world love those shows. And of course, under Marlita's leadership here in the market, we've enjoyed great success with productions of our BBC formats. none less than Jalak, one of the most successful of the 53 versions of Dancing with the Stars that we have around the world. And it's all that success that's led us to think in the last couple of years that we should have more courage here. We should be more determined to build a deeper relationship with the audience. And to do that, we went to two very trusted sources. One, MP and his team here. I've talked about the strength of the relationship, but of course, Sony and the BBC, two big brands who understand the power and respect also that you should treat with which you should treat brands. So very trusting in Sony's operation of the BBC brand in this market. And of course, the combination of our great programming aligned to the commercial, sales and distribution, market knowledge and expertise, clout that Sony Pictures Networks enjoys in this market. The second source we went to was one of our biggest global, most loved brands, BBC Earth. It's our biggest channel brand in the world. It enjoys an audience of around 500 million in the 39, soon to be 40 markets in which it operates.
See, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. It's about feeling alive from within, and that's what counts. You know what? We're live on Facebook. I really want you to put hashtag Feel Alive, Sony BBC Earth launch hashtag, and put it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Let the world feel alive, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, I would like to call on stage the man who will be at the helm of this outstanding channel. Please welcome Mr. Saurabh Yagnik, Executive Vice President and Head of SPN's English Cluster, who will give a lot of himself into the brand and the world of Sony BBC Earth. Good evening, sir. Great to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a big thank you for having taken the time to come here and feel alive. I have to reveal the campaign to you. But before that, I wanted to set a bit of context about how we went about doing things. So I think the biggest task we took on hand at this time was to say that we needed a product which was differentiated. Our biggest strength was positive, insightful storytelling. And the task was to create an emotional connect between the viewer and the joys of the natural world. So that was broadly what we took as the task on hand. In Sony Pictures Networks India, like NP also mentioned, the viewer is always at the center, and deep consumer insights is what we base our entire work on. And that's exactly what we did when we traversed the length and breadth of this country, talked to over 2,000 viewers, and spent about 1,000 man-hours trying to understand what they want from this category. We did a lot of insight mining to figure out what would be the right proposition for the kind of content we have. And we use this learning into deploying it into the channel proposition. The channel and our content showcases the natural world and the joys of the natural world. Whenever you experience the natural world, our belief is that it causes a sense of subliminal happiness in people. People really feel great to see something which is natural in this world. And that's exactly what we try to do with our shows around science, around wildlife and natural history, and around adventure. Our objective is to put into the viewer's life a sense of well-being and subliminal happiness when they consume this channel. To bring alive this campaign, we partnered with the beautiful, the vivacious, the full of life, Mrs. Kareena Kapoor Khan. And gentlemen, not only is Mrs. Kapoor Khan a great lover of natural history and all the kind of content that is there, but I think what is also very distinct about her is that she's full of life. And that full of life, that feeling of subliminal happiness is what, enthuses us to believe that when our content will be consumed and when the campaign will be seen by our viewers, they will all feel alive. So without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, I will break the campaign to you.
I think. Don't you agree?
All right, next question, please. Anybody else, just raise your hands and we're coming to you. Feel alive, feel about whatever you want to ask about our new channel, and we're more than happy to get the mic to you. Hello, ma'am. Feeling alive?
Hi, Kareena. This is Shama Bhagatia. Would like to ask you, have you been on any adventure, and have you seen wildlife in life?
Well, in India, I mean, there are very few places where you could spot, of course, wildlife in such close proximity. But of course, I'm obsessed with the tiger, so I've been to Ranthambore, and we sat in a jeep for nearly six and a half hours, both me and Saif. And I think the whole experience was actually so surreal that the fact that, they're so close. And I thought I would be scared, The first feeling is that, oh my God, But you realize that when you're that close, it's actually, I think it's the best feeling. Another moment that made me actually thank God that I'm alive and absolutely feel alive. So I think that, Ranthambore is actually was one of my most beautiful trips. And to be so close. So I'm sure I would recommend everyone to go there.
All right, there's a lady there. Yes, ma'am.
Saurabh sir, this question is for you. Can you tell us about the 360-degree marketing campaign that you fleshed out for the channel?
Yeah. We are amplifying it both on our network. In fact, our promotions for the channel are already on home network. We are also going outside network on television. There is a robust print plan. There is a traditional media plan, as well as a very strong digital plan. So it's going to be an all-round amplification where we are seeking to reach out to audiences, bringing this whole concept of feel alive to them.
Thank you, Saurabh. Next question, please. Last question. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Hi, Kareena. Here.
Yes, sir. This gentleman in the center.
करीना, आपके बेटे तैमूर को लेके बहुत सारे विवाद हुए हैं. इस दौरान आपके मन में क्या चल रहा था? हमने सुना है कि सैफ ने कहीं कहा भी था कि वो चाह रहे थे कि वो उनका नाम बदल दे और आपने उन्हें रोका. तो ये क्या सच है?
Sir, one small humble request. This is pertaining to the news channel, the new channel which is launching. जो आपका है, आप बाद में पूछ सकते हैं. You might just get a chance with her. But right now, we're going to feel alive with Sony BBC Earth. Give it up for our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, gentlemen, as well. Kareena, you're going to be interacting with our media personalities a little bit more. But give it up for everyone on stage. Thank you so much. And thank you for all your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, please immerse yourself into the natural world with our 3D art by clicking a picture and tagging us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Sony BBC Earth. And you can also get your personalized photo against select backgrounds in the picture booth and become a part of this natural world with an exclusive photo memory. And there are some few interactive tables, sir, where you can get more knowledge about Sony BBC Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, sare guests ke liye taaliyan baja dijiye, please. Thank you so much. I request our three gentlemen to please take their seats. We're done with the press conference. However, you shall be interacting with the people from the media and giving us more lowdowns on Sony BBC Earth. Thank you.
23 days and you are looking so fabulous and awesome.
23 days नहीं, 63 days.
नहीं, 5 तारीख से लैक्मे फैशन वीक.
हाँ, तभी से या हाँ.
You always
आप कैलकुलेट कर रहे हो हर इवेंट. 23 days, 63 days from delivery, 23 days.
Many congratulations for being part of this.
Thank you.
You never failed to surprise us with like जब लोग सोच रहे होते हैं आप इससे कम बैक करेंगे उससे कम बैक करेंगे and then you come up with something new.
But कौन सा कमबैक अभी 9 महीने में आप लोग ने इतने फोटोज लिए, इतने इंटरव्यूज लिए, थक नहीं गए आपको? कौन सा कमबैक?
नहीं, the break.
I didn't go anywhere.
The break.
I want to go now.
So how they plan to be a part of this? This
Association.
Sony, yeah.
Sony BBC Earth. I think the association is, जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा था, that I think that जो मेरी personality है, I think it's very similar to the concept of Sony BBC Earth. Very, very vivacious, very, very happy. I'm a very happy person. और जो भी content है Sony BBC Earth पे, I think it's all about adventure, it's all about nature, it's all about happiness, positivity. And I think that's very similar to the kind of person I am. So I think the coming together of being the Feel Alive ambassador and being the face of Sony BBC Earth, I think it's a great honor, a great privilege to be a part of this, to be able to spread such wonderful content.
आप होस्ट कर रहे होंगे कुछ शोज या मतलब लाइक हर वीक आपको चेहरा देखने को मिलेगा क्या, ऐसा है?
नहीं, हर वीक तो एड्स तो होंगे फॉर श्योर, बिकॉज व्हाट जैसे आपने देखा कैंपेन जो हम लोग ने शूट किया विच इज़ सो गॉर्जियस एंड सो ब्यूटिफुल, एंड जिस तरह हम लोग ने शूट भी किया है, आई थिंक दिस इज वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट कैंपेन्स वेयर आई एक्चुअली फेल्ट दैट आई एम नॉट शूटिंग, आई एम जस्ट बीइंग माई सेल्फ. I'm being exactly the way I am as a person. So I think that campaign hopefully will be running, of course, on the channels, and there'll be billboards. So don't worry, Sumit, you will get to see a lot of me.
Okay. Nextly, I just want to ask you कि when Indian actors, in a capacity of the brand and ambassador of this channel, when Indian actors go abroad and work in TV shows or films, and when they come back, do you think they get better deals, better remuneration, and better brands?
I didn't understand your question only.
मतलब मेरा ये है कि जब इंडियन एक्टर्स बाहर जाके काम करके आते हैं, लाइक वेदर दे वर्क इन टीवी और फिल्म्स, एंड व्हेन दे अगेन कम बैक टू इंडिया, आपको लगता है जो उनको ब्रांड्स होते हैं वो वैल्यू ज़्यादा करते हैं, रिम्यूनरेशन ज़्यादा मिलता है, एंड दे आर बेटर डील्स मिलते हैं? लाइक वर्किंग इन अब्रॉड डज मेक देम अ बिगर ब्रांड?
No, that means if you work abroad also doesn't mean anything, ना? आप अगर abroad जाएं और वापस यहाँ आए, आपकी सैलरी बढ़ेगी, वो पता नहीं मुझे. तो I don't know, it's the same thing. कि आप हॉलीवुड में काम कर रहे हो, यहाँ काम कर रहे हो, I think your brand value is as much as you deliver, and I think it is as much as what your personality is. हर एक brand की एक personality होती है.
Very intelligent. Thank you so much.
I am very intelligent.
अब जब आप सोनी चैनल को, BBC अर्थ को प्रमोट कर रही हैं, तो क्या हम आगे जाके हमें किसी रियलिटी शो के जज या किसी तरह से और जुड़ाव किसी चैनल पे या किसी शो में, क्योंकि सैफ पहले एक रियलिटी शो में जज बन चुके हैं, तो आगे ऐसा कोई देखना होगा? वो चैनल बंद हो गया जो मैं सैफ की बात कर रहा हूँ.
कौन सा था?
9X.
I don't think he was a judge on anything. I don't think he ever has been. But I mean, ऐसे कभी सोचा नहीं है that whether I will be doing reality or judging. I mean, there are no plans. I'm not against it, but I don't know. I mean, there's no such particular thought कि ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है. It depends. जैसे अगर मेरी personality अगर मेरे वक्त को सूट करे तो I don't know उस टाइम पे मेरा क्या मन होगा.
और टेलीविजन में आप क्या-क्या देखना पसंद करती हैं? अगर मैं पूछूं इसके अलावा जो आपने बताया कि इस तरह के प्रोग्राम
Of course, I think that हर एक को एडवेंचर और नेचर बहुत पसंद है. खास करके हमारे इंडिया में इतनी नेचर और एडवेंचर है, एंड वी डोंट गेट टू सी इट, बट आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ पीपल लाइक टू वॉच दैट. लाइक आई लव, मी एंड सैफ लव टू वॉच नेचर, वाइल्ड लाइफ, एडवेंचर, नेचुरल हिस्ट्री. जब भी वक्त मिलता है, चाहे वैन में हो या हम लोग घर पे हो, डेफिनेटली वी आर ऑलवेज वॉचिंग नेचुरल हिस्ट्री शोज. And apart from that, of course, a lot of comedy, a lot of the different, हर एक channel की अपनी USP होती है. And like everybody else, I also watch TV quite often and like to relax and unwind watching a nice adventure show is something that I think husband and wife as a couple, क्योंकि इन्हें तो हमेशा कभी-कभी remote के लिए झगड़ा होता है. But I think Saif and me rarely fight over this because we enjoy watching adventure shows together. So Sony BBC Earth, at least we're going to comfortably put our feet back and watch all the content.
करीना, मेरा सवाल आपसे है. करीना, आप मानते हैं कि इन दिनों सोशल मीडिया का प्लेटफॉर्म काफ़ी डेंजरस हो गया है, खास करके सिलेब्स के लिए, या फिर कोई ओपिनियन रखना हो तो भी मतलब लोग ट्रॉल्स करना शुरू कर देते, तो आप मानते हैं कि काफ़ी डेंजरस है सोशल मीडिया का प्लेटफॉर्म?
Well, I'm not on social media, and मुझे definitely, I definitely feel that. इसलिए I think I'm one of the few actors that are not on Instagram or Twitter. क्योंकि definitely I think that life is beautiful. इतनी खूबसूरती है दुनिया में, और हर चीज़ पे opinion देना, I think that I'm not somebody like that. I don't like to give my opinion. So I rather watch Sony BBC Earth, put my feet up and watch a nice show and some good content than, troll somebody on Twitter or Instagram.
Okay, Kareena, recently Rangoon release हुई है और कंगना और सैफ की केमिस्ट्री को काफ़ी प्रेज किया गया है. Then when you and Saif coming back on screen?
Well, that is something I don't know. I think whenever there's a good script के ऊपर depend होता है, chemistry के ऊपर नहीं. Chemistry भी अच्छी होती है जब script अच्छी होती है. So whenever there's a good script, I'm sure we'll work together.
Hi Kareena, this is Kaushik. There are a few Bollywood heroines who have made it really big in the South. But instead of Kareena Kapoor having a big, huge fan following in the South, we haven't seen her in any Southern movies. Given that you get a performance-oriented script, would you go ahead and do that in any South-oriented or South films?
I respect such, they have such great content, all South films. I truly respect and admire them. There's some great actors from Pawan Kalyan to Rajni sir to, so many people are doing such great work, to Mammootty sir. They all do, different content, whether it's Tamil or whether it's, Malayalam cinema, it's all great. But I don't understand the language. So I feel that if I don't understand the language, the connectivity will not be there. That's the only problem. But having said that, I have done one of my career best roles with one of the greatest directors in South, which was Mani Ratnam. So I've had the opportunity of working with him, which was wonderful, and I'll always cherish that.
Thank you so much.
Hi Kareena, here. So as a photographer and a nature lover, I've been watching channels like Discovery Channel and National Geographic all over the years. So I'm curious to know, how is the content on Sony BBC Earth different from the main competing channels, which we all have been seeing since so many years?
I think this has a lot of heart. It has a lot of stories that are very humane, very relatable, even in terms of adventure or natural history or wildlife. Like I told you, even if it's a penguin, if it's an antelope, you feel very humane towards it. You feel like this could happen to you. The hardships they go through, the hunts, the search for food, the dives, different things. I think it's all so humane and so relatable. So of course, Sony BBC Earth, with no offense to any other channel, will have a lot more of heart, a lot more soul, and heart-wrenching stories.